Yeah, it just was. They had armies of attorneys and district attorneys. Some with no clue how these pigs quick and dirty. This been a big part of the law. I don't trust this system. I get shot and they question you. Just keep your mouth shut.
That's what's best to do. Keep your mouth shut.
Your mouth shut. Keep 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 your mouth shut. Right now, the NXT Project estimates there's currently somewhere between 60 to 120,000 people in the U.S. that have been finds it in commitments to keep you from being. And no mountain's trying to close mouth is starving. The straight his ass question shut your mouth is smart. See, no one else in the multiverse needs to come get business. Even if they felt today already. It's time you to be. Listen, you better speak your own song. There are always repercussions. Be prepared for this. Arrest and retain request lawyers immediately, and if need be, ask for a lawyer repeatedly. Public defenders can be better than they seem to be. Some of you know nothing and want to leave the scene in peace. Also, you gotta play with murder. My dream team. So don't stress a big mouth like you mean cheating. One last thing, remember, anyone can sell you lies, and it's legal for the police to sell you lies. Your mouth shut. Keep your mouth shut. Keep your mouth shut. Keep your mouth. Keep your mouth shut. Keep your mouth shut. Keep your mouth shut. One of the most important ways we have is our right to remain completely music. See, police and government officials are trained to lie to extort you into saying anything that they find you. So they can turn us into one of roughly 20 million people currently incarcerated in the United States. Our British was house structure. You're entitled to a life. Free. The other one is soil bicycles. And remember, to always keep shut. Time. Everyone gets a turn, make it worth the ride. If I should tell you, what should tell? Only one thing, sir. I'm looking to tell everything that means. It's only time, and everyone gets a turn. Right. Italian flying flesh. It's gonna happen with everybody. Got that? What's gonna come and get you, when you least expect it every time you're up on a stressor. Well, I don't know how we come to get you. I guess the microphone and not to console and I'm undressed. Truth, it's naked standing right in front of you. And everyone's gonna be dying. I put my front on you. Yeah, even if you're thinking you're feeling black, it's gonna happen and you're taking it back. If I'm writing you hope and wishing that you could be different, cause now you go in the hell. Your soul is tripping. Yeah. But now I'm coming stripping the lies away. And now the trick is dipping your mind for a second. Because the truth is the only weapon, and it's also the only thing that can guide you out to heaven. So, it's Hey, it's all you. Hey, now it's complete. The Holy Spirit. Father decides only one thing comes that we all gotta die. And that's the problem child trying to find your thing. A mouth of God and that's blind to what you say. When they put me in my grave, only love can hurt. Best believe the souls. I mean, no believers. First, work within the read is a treatment, fearing on any never ending leaving, believing, breathing. Live on breath is a fried past the cemetery, sending my respects. Getting mixed messages and pension deficit, the deficit still and so like my medicine. And everything I said, never deficit was lying like this. Ask the question why. So complicated today. Take your charges, it's a difficult with that. Things are not with this, everything is time. Temperature is a time. Place a fire right now. I don't think this place just as your face upon my face. If I found that it's better, I can take off words if I haven't got it with the hell my soul is space. Restricts me from the grace of God. I'm trapped up in this place. I'm reaching for the stars. Literally, let's see if I'm crashing down from every spirit of war. It's dark. I'm chained by hate. I can't erase the past. I want to embrace redemption. Children, stupid tyrants, so displaced. I can say that. It's yeah.
Our interest in Mars or Venus is not of curiosity or love, but of senseless greed and conquest. It's not about Venus or Mars, but of endless need for more and more. This borderless ignorance cannot be satiated with more. The nature of who you are needs all and not more. All is yours as it is, if you include and embrace. This you will not know either by curiosity or conquest. To read is to knead a blockhead into a fountainhead, to know life profound before yours unfold, to know all that you behold has been told. So be bold, plunge into the old, as the unborn has a bond with the long dead, unnourished by the knowing of the dead, will fashion yourself into a deadly dud. So to read is to need. Go to school, become a cog, or go to school to know the fool who refuses to become a cow or a quaking frog. But to know the way to know, as to know is to grow not to social or scriptural prescriptions, but to become me, myself, and what is beyond me. With due respect to cogs and frogs, don't you want to be something? Something more than the more? That's right. That's right. Ooh, look at us.
What's for dinner?
Sitting with the angels of Atlantis again. Angels of Atlantis. Space opening up for Angels of Atlantis. My own quiet space, my loving space. Opening up these subtle thought and emotion with directed attention, subtle thought and emotion. Angels of Atlantis opening up a luminous space connecting to the resonant luminous field, asking for a message today from my heart.
Thank you.
Understanding retreat. This is the card we pulled today. I think this is incredible, guys. Look at this. The carved reliefs. At Giza, Archangel Raziel with retreat. The art and the great Egyptian temples, what remains anyway. Raziel's the divine mysteries, the keeper of the divine mysteries. He's the most trickstery of all the angels of Atlantis. Now I get her all rolled tight. So Raziel, keeper of dreams, the faith, intuition, and retreat. Retreat. Think about it. Raziel suggests you are pushing yourself too hard, and thus all this seeing. Archangel wants you to rest and retreat. The great temple of Apu Simbel was probably built around 1240 BC and was intended to amplify inner stillness for those who were drawn there. Being in retreat will allow you to feel your heart's desire, for love is the vibration that the angels are witness to, and it is the guidance of your loving heart that the angels will inform you of. This is the card of divine orientation. For Raziel stands on the left hand of God and administers many secrets directly to your soul. Chant He to feel the mysteries of Raziel move through your throat chakra. He. Wow. Amazing. Thank you, Stuart Pierce. Thank you, Angels of Atlantis. Are we feeling it through our throat chakra? The mysteries, the mysteries, the mysteries, the mysteries. Oh, the mystery. Oh, the mystery. Oh, the mystery. Hashtag selfish mysteries. Wouldn't that be a good name for a roller rink? No. Want you to want me. I want you to want me. Inky, you can't open the door? You need me to open you the door? I see the cat blood. Oh my goodness. Oh, my day's complete. Get it inside the house. Don't poop in here. This is where I live. Oh my god. We gotta go. We got errands to run, boys. Inky, keep them calm. Keep them occupied until I'm back. This is what recovering from shame looks like. Healing from shame looks like this. This is the face of someone affected by lots and lots of shame. In this life, some come and some go. Where the fuck they came from, I really don't know. I think some of them might be like springing from like some intergalactic gangster syndicates. They got taken up by a green hand and in space, the space green hand, the green hand. It's all I got. That's the only story I know. Where I don't fold, where we don't, we're not arriving in hell to kill all of each other. You know, everybody. Let's get to hell and start killing. I'm ready. Let's get to hell and start killing. Let's get to hell and start killing. It stinks. Oh, why did I do that? I just put it in my mouth, dude. Dude. Remember when shame directed me to like relive all my traumas over and over again? Feeling shame rant, aka disgruntled telepath. Don't rattle his cage. Remember when shame ridden, how I just replay old traumas again and again. Everyone's fed a story about brain stuff, and I get the rug pulled from me again. But this time respect was taken off the table so I could finally be vulnerable and not be reshamed. Is that your message to me? Or on the topic of brain labels, oh yeah, the brain gets us the brain gets oh yeah, that brain gets the assignment. No doubt about it. He's got the wrinkles, and we can no longer disrespect that societally if we're also now saying that the universe has wrinkles. Hold on to those ideas, the news feeds you people. Some of us are desperate for a common narrative, so we know how to fit in. I wish I was brave enough to talk to my sister. I wish I was brave enough to talk to my sister. So how do I find out who's live on YouTube? Says he's live, but then the stream just buffers. That's typical YouTube, right?
Interesting. Can it generate options? Nice. That's actually pretty good. Don't hurt you in a hurry. Oh, that's much better. What about all of our files?
Oh, I love it. Seven Samurai vibes.
Knowing your heart health risk is no way to go through the world. Take Bader's 2-minute assessment at SeaRisks.com to understand your heart health risk factors.
How do I take this?
Okay. With that kind of movement, there's one thing about us. So one big thing you were asking is for them to watch out for their providers. Watch watch Pasco, or social transit, so about it. So I just want to ask
That is so funny.
And so, but one just want to live for your neighbor, for you, for your child, your family, the love, the love. Now, you can call your money, say, green, on your train bill, right? Also, a couple other bills right now, your living home, your access now, the thing like act, help, holding, 918, funding restoration act, or the 918 side hotline, with the girls, um, restriction, there, fraud prevention act, then first, there, so, there's a lot of stuff that, they're trying, forward right now.
Looking at frogs, reading about frogs, frogs and cogs, frogs and cogs, frogs and me, Rick James. She says. Waniac responds, "Me currently." Look at how funny Waniac's profile pic is. He's got the hair coming down, low eyes. What you've done with your oh my god, a sexy Pepe. A well curvy Pepe. A well curvy Pepe. This is the one I just posted. I just posted the Japanese samurai Pepe. Sorry I was late for the live stream, guys. Um, let me check my what what did I do a posting on? Going live 12:22. Nobody cares. Delete. We lit. They talks 22 minutes ago. What? I missed it. No fear.
That's being used now, but as you know, Serafina, I'm a spiritualist reverend. I'm a Christian spiritualist reverend. And in spiritualism, they point to at least 39 verses in the current King James, Schofield Bible, whatever you want to call it, that's being used now. But as you know, there's over 40 or more rewrites of the Bible. And at one point, they took out a whole bunch of books that actually are called the Gnostic books. And those ones is really about the teachings of Jesus. And so that's what I am, even though I know sometimes, and especially around these cases, I have not always acted, like I should. I'm looking, I just want to look on this post and read you something. I put a lot, and sometimes I'll put extra information that just doesn't. Okay, here it is. Okay, so I just want to give this warning. If this is any family members or anybody that's close or anybody that feels traumatized by things, that this is from Psychic Visions. If you put together all the top psychic mediums in the world, the strongest psychic medium, that's going to be about 80% accurate. You would never expect it to be 100% accurate Just because I said it doesn't mean I'm trying to convince anybody. And I myself hope that Nancy comes walking out and this was all a big, you know, um, diversion from the Epstein files, which it is anyways. It is 100%. And the fact that other podcasters have not even covered that possibility, I think tells you something about those podcasters and their real agendas and what they're really doing. That they're not going to take on the power structure. They're going to try to stick their head up the ass of the power structure in order for clickbait, click views, whatever. Really. And I'm talking about the big podcasters too, and even the MSM. I'm not just talking about the little guys. I'm talking about everybody. So to recap my other live stream, which is all about the Epstein files. And by the way, I wasn't crying because nobody would listen to me about the surveillance camera. I was crying because I had spent several days reading the Epstein files and seeing the pictures and realizing that the Epstein files are not about young teenage girls. Okay, the mainstream media wants you to think every time the Epstein files come up that it's about some 12 to 14 or 12 to 16-year-olds, which they exist and they're a part of the trafficking. But what even more importantly is an ongoing child trafficking ring that eats babies. Billionaire class of people that run our country and our world, our banks, our sports teams,
They're eating
our
babies.
media, and our government that actually take pride and joy in eating little babies, human babies and children, and torturing them to death.
Yeah, that's
And everybody around this case is in the Epstein files. Nancy herself went missing about 24 hours after the release of the Epstein files. But not one of these newscasters has covered the issue of whether this is connected to the Epstein files. Would they commit a crime and kill an 84-year-old woman to divert the media for a couple weeks till they can get you another big headline? Of course they would. They kill little children. There's nothing they wouldn't do. Did they do it themselves? No. Would they hire someone? Of course they would. Okay. So really quick to recap, TMZ, who pretended to get all these, maybe they did get all these ransom notes. They probably got them sent by themselves or their friends of Jeffrey Epstein. TMZ, I think his name Levin or something, friends of Jeffrey Epstein in the Epstein files. But TMZ is the big forerunner on all this. Of course, they backed down a little since I did my live stream, didn't they? Did you guys notice that? Who else is in the Epstein files? Well, there's a whole page about Savannah Guthrie in the Epstein files, not her being one of those people, but her being watched by the FBI because she interviewed Virginia Giuffre before Virginia Giuffre was murdered. So, and she yelled at Trump during a town hall interview that you probably have seen. It's on here on YouTube. She was yelling at Trump to admit that he was QAnon and that she wanted Trump to take responsibility and say that it's kind of his fault that about QAnon and that he was really QAnon and that then she called it this conspiracy that Democrats eat babies or I don't know what you have to watch it for yourself. Okay. She did go over the line that way and it shows either extreme naivete because it's all of them. It doesn't matter if you're a Democrat or Republican, it's all of them. And I don't know about QAnon, so I don't have an opinion about that. I just know that she may have made some enemies. And she also wrote that book and then about the play kidnapping game. And of course, she did the episode back to her hometown where she showed where she lives. Now, does that mean that the person who did it is some little jerk off in their mom's basement? Not necessarily.
Got a clean screen.
There's
Gotta
some
grab it.
really, really evil people in
Somewhere.
Epstein files. Who else is in this case? Oh yeah, her husband. So her husband is recommended as a fixer to another person in the Epstein file. So there's nothing about her husband eating babies or anything like that. But he did work for the Clintons for 8 years as their fixer. And I would assume that they had a team of fixers, the Clintons. But he's in there. So he's in there, she's in there, TMZ is in there. What are the other moving parts? I covered it. You can watch it in depth in there, but that's the reason I was crying. I wasn't crying because Detective Hermosillo lied on the stand, or because I know that if they just went and got the surveillance cameras, then they could solve this. I wasn't crying about that. I was crying about seeing little babies tortured. And I realized, what I'm really glad about is that there's so many young people over there on TikTok and some on here who are covering the Epstein files. And they should, and I'm glad they do. And everyone should at least spend a day or two looking at those emails so you really realize to break through this matrix of a false reality they have created for us while they are stealing and eating our children. 8 million children go missing a year. Now, one problem, Savannah, I know, was trying to be super nice, and she's like, oh, I donated $500,000 for the National Centers for Missing and Exploited Children. Who's on the board of that? Let me look it up. Oh, Richard Branson, who has an island next to Epstein's and gets along with him. Like, come on. Or Laura Silsby, who got caught trying to work for Hillary Clinton and trying to steal 30 babies. Like, those are the people on the board of the Amber Alert and this missing. So what we have is the foxes guarding the hen house. For really, they can filter tips is what they can do. I wouldn't recommend anybody donate any money to any of those organizations personally, but I know she did that because people are saying, why are they spending so much money on her and so much media attention on her rather than exactly, not now, exactly. So, okay, so I'll tell you some things. Oops, I gotta find this again. I just clicked myself out of it. I'm going to read you something. And what I want to read you, I didn't want to say because I didn't want people to lose hope. And I still don't because it could totally be wrong. But I'll read you what I asked Grok after what I saw. In your theoretical scenario where a hired hit is staged as a kidnapping, but the real intent is elimination, using a funeral home or crematorium for disposal, potentially while the victim is still alive, aligns with documented patterns of cartel operations. As a psychic medium, sharing your vision, that imagery of being taken to a funeral home and incinerated taps into some real-world horrors associated with Mexican cartels, though it's rare for them to use legitimate operating funeral homes directly. More often, clandestine setups or commandeered sites. That alone should tell you this is over the head and over the ability of the local sheriff who has a TV show. I hope he's not filming a TV show about this for himself. My God, if he's making it, the FBI should just step in and take it over based on the fact that she may have been brought over United States border. Anyway, okay. As a psychic medium sharing your vision, that imagery of being taken to a funeral home and incinerated alive taps into some real world horrors associated with Mexican cartels. Though it's rare for them to use legitimate operating funeral homes, more often clandestine setups or commandeered sites. Here's a breakdown of why this could plausibly fit based on known tactics without getting into specifics that could enable anything Plausibility in cartel tactics. Cartels like the Jalisca New Generation. Oh, this is funny. Not funny, but interesting because this I put up probably over a week ago. What's going on in Puerto Vallarta now? Oh, and you had my video I recently put up about the Puerto Vallarta connection. Okay. There are no coincidences, people. Anyways, cartels like the Jalisca New Generation or Sinaloa factions often prioritize body disposal to erase evidence, especially in hits meant to send messages or cover tracks. See, this was, in my opinion, my feeling from doing these meditations is the purpose of this was to harness the mainstream media attention and hoping that the people who are covering the Epstein case run themselves out of energy. That's my feeling about it. Now, some people blame the son-in-law, and I agree. He looks like he's got an evil streak, but at the same time, he would have had to know that all these people that are going to be involved, like TMZ, are going to be in the Epstein files. He would have had to know that ahead of time because she was missing within 24 hours of the Epstein files being released.
It is the will of the space
Cartels,
monolith.
okay, prioritize body disposal. Incineration is a favored method because it's efficient for destroying DNA and remains, and it can be a form of torture or execution.
Ready to rip. Keeping our hands warm. Cleaning my screen for my Lobo device. Yes, I got some blue science glass in my hand. We were listening to Epstein stuff. I choose. I choose. Tweet, 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 tweet. I'm just a Tweety bird on the tree of internet. Look at this fun little piece. Fun little jobber. Boy, it's a tight fit. It's a very tight fit. Probably why I'm getting high on some dumps. Yeah. Pop in, pop in, pop in. Getting high on some dump shit. There's some drumsticks. And high too. Pop in, pop in, pop in. Oh, this didn't work.
It's like body and soul, you know? Looking to bring that back. My friend DJ Soul Love. My name is Lee. Third bomb. Shit. Fourth round, spin rounds, spell my friend's hands. I can end. Off that time, I had it trans. Right now, this salad, next to break. Hey, no. So I keep pushing these balls, I can send. Scared balls with the same friends. Our whole time in. Probably takes like 8 clamps.
So I had this idea I was going to take the balloon and open it up.
Super weirdos who are chilling all my games.
Get it to shoot out the vapors. Wouldn't that be fun? I could just get like an air pump or some kind of. I could build some kind of origami device, like a.
Don't get too close, y'all. I'm dirty ball. Dirty ball. I'm dirty ball. I'm not just ball, God. I'm dirty ball. I'm dirty ball. Yes, I'm dirty ball. Don't get too close, y'all. I'm dirty ball. I'm so ball. Energy. I elevate. When around me, feels like shit. Usually ready to blow it and open. Feels like I'm working on that sometimes in every moment. A dirty one, dirty one. I like sleep. Wanna be me, two kids, study practice. Sleep on the end, you'll make up on a bloody mess. You don't work. Like it up the act. Time rock. Trying to like Corey back. With me, I'll destroy the secret, the glory there. You'll always rage like clones, nuclear react. Don't get the glory back. It's like manga story chapters. Not Italiano, but I conjure all these raps. It's like raps. Look at all these cracks. Just don't get too close, y'all. I'm dirty balls. Dirty balls, yeah. I'm dirty ball. I'm not just Bon God, I'm dirty ball. Dirty ball.
How's it gonna work? Yo, I got the balloon. Let's get a reload. Wait, I'm gonna put some fresh water in the piece. Hydrate. Don't Google dirty bomb.
Kung Fu technique. It's the most esteemed. With it, one can stand blows from swords and stabbings from spears. But it's invulnerable. In fact, all strength was right control. It's the most difficult. And the bodies can be.
Let's go.
Yes, sir. Go.
What a trick.
In my hood. eating on the belt. I ate every card that was dealt. My food was dark, you can't tell. You look in the mirror with your little finger crying, go fuck yourself. Premium in the tape when a rapper wanna lace. My pin fully loaded. I ain't never seen a place. And I can laugh with you for my money. I'm serious. I learned a lot in my school cafeteria. I don't do toe for toe, eye to eye. If I look talk. Well, I ain't gonna lie. It's just when you're out of breath fighting off the ropes, I jump in the ring like said you want fun. That's why I allow my kids to work smarter. My attitude don't give a fuck. Avoid trauma. So be sure to I'm shaking your thing. When you like you want to get money,
Michael, move, move lively, move lively. One Eiffel. Excuse me.
like I wasn't ready. Freaking bad, so it's such a thing. I was going to spit fire and breathe smoke. How I fly come spoil. Without a ride, it dies on the East Coast. And how to operate fast like a seatbelt. How to only plant seeds when it's roll. And how to send my enemies when it's ghost. And iron dragons with iron armor. It was lessons. So don't get on just one breath. And one breath out, gives it every breath in. I hope you get it down with every blessing. Forward in the storm, so on the bones for money. In a foul, we're on the overs for money. Made it out, but trust me, the slaughter was ugly. Made me cross the line like the bullets are cutting.
Cross on the line. Here we go. We're first gonna warm it up. It's already pretty warm. The goal is we're gonna re-warm up the heater. I'm gonna go down to 72 or 64 or whatever. Cheers. I wanted to pull my hand away. That was why. It was spitting. Yo. Oh.
My checklist and I'm moving through my day. I'm ready to just this I will move around us. If you said you gotta do what you gotta do, but I can't wait to right through all your garbage. What you gotta do? I just keep fixing every time it's out, I gotta be staying. Keeps the benefits and juices that you get from now about. I'm assuming you see. I keep on moving to this moving. This about my work. Every time I'm smoother than a canvas. It's all a feet of this. I move like snake appears like madness. You don't know how I keep on moving forward from that. The change between the change and we make it. All the time we making music. All this money. It's nothing but byproducts. You buy my product, buy my product. Thank you for my on my check. I check you on my check. So cool. I can't take this thing. I like you don't just because I check you on my check. I check you on my check. First, I check you on my I check you on my friends don't call I can't test it. I don't know why you don't just because I check you on my check. I check you on my check. I check you on my check. Bounce and moving around. That's how we be doing it now. Everybody taking away the time.
I need a plunger. I need to be like.
I love from seeing them so share virtual things that y'all ain't accustomed to. Cause we quoted vicious. Y'all don't know how we do this. Y'all only call it the function. I'll eat you up in your lunch. They belong to me. I stole the lunch. Money the hunch in my back. It's from lifting up all trash. I got these bosses to you. I got fast. While y'all be dreaming about it, Bobby, thinking about it. Y'all don't know how to.
I can see it.
All your cars are ready. You're really just doing nothing but misrepresent like what was your friend so for I can't sit on why you don't just cause I can't watch that church you watch that church I can't sit I don't know why you don't just cause I can't watch church you watch
Wow. Yes, sir. Me and you's having a great day. Let's do 5. Let's go to quick. Tell them you do 5, but you really do 10. You know what I'm saying?
Brett, just breathe it down your neck. I got depth. Breathe it down my neck. Yeah. He's been wanting me to die for some years. Without thinking of murder, I'm bringing you down to tears. That was showing you why I stand devils. Waiting underwater for you and them several. Bleeds deeper than you when I'm moving knots. Faster than you as I move a knot. So your forehead with my elbow. I just do something wild with lacerations to help you. Attacking to the where I've been like a meatloaf. History day, yeah, we see those people that's mopping with us, some Robert Paulson image, Rob. Dying and you see it, you coast, and of course, it's like because it's fine, my people, if I gotta be a part of murder, it's over. The social group vulnerability is
So we leave nothing in doubt. So we leave nothing in doubt. We ask the question. It's what is it about? I was asked to do 10 push-ups. I could have responded, I ain't got it in me like that. That's not how I responded. I didn't do the 10 push-ups. At a party, as a casual, just because we were talking a certain way. And I'm hitting the floor like that, like
like I'm a dark yes. With the piano killer first choice. The fire someone else's own. Pull the trigger to help you to jazz on why
under promise, then over deliver, right?
Sure.
Insight meditations, which are just visions and the equivalent of conjecture. This is the legal equivalent of someone giving their opinion. Yes, I am normally very accurate in my visions, and I have actually some I haven't even listened to yet. I started going through them yesterday. Like I went through a couple the day before, but I didn't even realize I had such a full one on. Look, this is February 2nd. These are notes from I listened to yesterday. 4 pages of notes just from February 2nd. I never listen to them. I just do that. I start praying is what I do. I lay in bed, I start praying, and then I sometimes start having visions, and sometimes I fall asleep. And I didn't even listen to this till yesterday, and I'm like, oh, I pretty much had it all, way back then. But okay.
Of course, I dropped something while the cat's trying to get water. Right. Who's doing it? Right. Get down, the buyer. Get down. You guys will excuse me while I let my brain. Let's not listen to this freaking icebox, guys, guys. We don't gotta listen to this icebox like this. I'm finally catching the message. What you say? You play, daddy. You play your game. Sure would. What just fell? Um, the lighter I just bought. How do you play your game? We got the spiritual tear gas. You're not beating my hair right now. Why you gotta be back and forth like this? You're a crazy cat. I know. We're cray cray. All the way. We're cray cray. In the best way. Bad and good. The fringe and the core. Count as you work. Thank you for your input. Appreciate it. I forgot to buy you better food. You going? You going back out? Like this with you. I'm like this with you right now. What are you trying to tell me? With the meows? With the brushing on the legs? Hey, I'm like this with you right now. Hey, I'm like this with you right now. What are you trying to tell me with the brushing and the meow? Thank you. So I'm like this with you right now. Well, with the shoe. You know the shoe. That was crazy. Ladies, I'm single. $27.30 tickets. Win this one. We are definitely winning. It's a hit. Ah, great hit. No, where? Where are you leading me? Lassie, you trying to tell me to follow you, Lassie? Lassie? You trying to tell me to follow you, girl? Where'd you go then? I hear you, but I'm blind, dude. I'm sorry for being blind. I see you now. You're in the football room. Boom. Daddy, my football is low. We had a Lassie situation. And it's not really resolved, exactly. There is no such thing. I'm making it up as I go along, right? That's the best way. The best we have found. Defeat. At the feet of defeat. Back into a control point match on Mech Arena. Hi, 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 hi. I need to wash my hands after that cat food nonsense. That's right, I need to change your litter. Litter. That's right, I need to change your litter. Turn the corner. There you go. Turn in that corner, baby. Now we got a cat play ball. Well, you're welcome, Internet. Don't say I didn't do nothing for you. Teaming up with it's Rusty. Drifting, Rusty ship. Drifting, slipping in that ship fast lane that I've fallen. Oh no, the yellow line did not lead. Damn. What the fuck was that? That was fucking weird. Holy shit. Everybody's back on. Oh, we got busted down. We just got squared away. We just got superior away. Like the 1 inch punch got us. Like who expects them to pull out the fucking final technique? Oh no. Oh no. Like that's squared. Just one thing. Just me and you, and just one thing happened. Boom. Our chest gets freaking their fucking faces. Brr. These are men and women. These are not animals. 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 I was taught these are animals. These are not animals. These are men and women. They need a certain kind of respect. I was not taught this kind of respect as a kid, but it seems pretty obvious. Kind of working for me. We're trying to make it work for me. What the fuck is so wrong with dignity? I still think it's wrong sometimes, you know what I mean? Because just that's how I was raised. Dang it, he got away. Not any longer. Oh, wait. You know. And it's like, take a stronger thing, but that's this very strong imprint that I feel like I can't talk against. Like, I have my own history with it, you know what I mean? With freaking shame and anger, fear and blame. Yep. Everybody has a story. Sometimes it's just my brain processing. I don't take it. But that's my story. I'm like, I take it personal. I can do that. Oh no, that's what I'm saying. That's a horror, bro. That's a horror. That's a terror. That's a nightmare. It's like the worst horror moment times two. No, whatever. My coming across right now like this to you. It's just a couple of things like strategy wise that I might be able to say to you in the future. You know what I mean? If you're willing to like, everybody's got their own tones and things how they carry, and it's a miracle that we have this light conversation going, light conversation. I didn't freaking see him. Superstar was on our team. Dang. We're going again? I'm in. I was number one. Superstar was number two. And Salt Licorice is going in again with us. He had 2 kills down at the bottom of our 5v5. Five. Five is kind of a the number of work, the number of with it, being with it. There's two pieces, but only one thing is happening. But that's only outwardly. Inwardly, two more things are happening. That makes five. Dude, I hate when that happens. We got botted out. And in the last kind of minute kind of situation, it's a little over a minute. So we got the points. We're getting into the 90s, but we're not there yet, you know. And we just got botted out with with them one bot. One bot. The one bot difference. Somebody just spawned in. We got it. Yes. Yes. 91 to 67. Oh, he's got a pod gun. And that's the tingle I had damaged. And he finished him off. Bro, I had to sacrifice all of my bots for that match. Another one of enemies spawned in, but this should be our match with 20 seconds left. He had a defensive position, our guy. Our guy's losing his defensive position rapidly, but he was able to take out the enemy first. And we got this. 99, 100 to 97. Another enemy spawns in. It's the same. Bro. The 5v5 does get its it gets its value. Gets its own value. Sure, I'll stay in the team with salt licorice. Fucking right, I could go for some salt licorice. One finger went down a freaking millisecond. 1/100th of a second late. I do have another rocket thrower, but he's not as powerful. Oh, fricker got me. We're getting sniped off right now. We need to track him, track him, track him, attack him, attack him, attack him. I'm not finding my hit. He's too fucking good. Death King. Oh no. Killua. Killua. Fucking kill Killua. Boom! Killua went down. I might be vulnerable, guys. I need cover. I tried to charge, but I was very sloppy about it. I lost my mech. Lost my Scourge, my on the tier level mech. The rest of my mechs are lower tier. It means something, but it doesn't mean we're losing. Oh no. Big guns, come out. No time. No time. It was no because I didn't have the efficiency to be making that difference on the battlefield. Like the bigger game. Okay. Not time for any waffling. Unlearning silence. 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 Unlearning silence.